Hello everybody, this is Collinwood01 here to talk about the Assassin's Creed multiplayer boycott. I'd like to start off by saying please forgive me if I come off too crude or insensitive. I know I can be tactless. A lot of times we forget that when we are talking to a company, we are talking to people. That aside, I love the AC series. Single player story and gameplay is great, and the multiplayer is great when it works properly. It seems we're at a point where the gameplay has gotten so bad for so many in the multiplayer that there are countless threads being posted every day about various issues. The boycott was suggested because it seemed nothing was being done to fix these issues, and it seemed we were being ignored by those that have the power to fix these issues. There were two purposes for the boycott. The first was to get the multiplayers to come together in one place to express whether or not they were willing to abstain from gameplay, commenting on the forums, or buying DLC. The key here is to come together. The second was to send a message to the developers that the issues have become so bad and numerous that some of us are actually willing to go as far as boycotting to get a response and hopefully some much needed fixes for the various problems. Boycotting was suggested because that's how much we love the game and want it fixed. It wasn't suggested because we hate the game and will never play it again. If that were the case, we wouldn't say anything. We would just quit playing and buy another, quit buying the product. If you disagree with this action of boycotting, think it won't work, I believe it has in a small way. It has brought a lot of us together in one spot to discuss many different opinions and issues. And it has sparked a response from Ubisoft, however small. And that's a start. Hopefully not the end. Hopefully we'll get some fixes for Brotherhood multiplayer and Revelations multiplayer. If you disagree with this action and think, well, Ubisoft already has your money, so you're only hurting yourself, well, this may be so, but do you think Ubisoft wants that kind of reputation? I don't think they do. If you disagree with this action and think, well, if the game is that bad, then don't play it, I'd like to say that I paid my money the same as you, and I would like to enjoy the game as much as you do. I don't like throwing money away, and I like to get what I feel I paid for. As far as commenting on the forums, if you continue to do so, I ask that we remain civil with each other and don't turn the thread, or any threads, into a flame war full of vulgarities. We'll only get the thread locked and people banned. We want to come together, not get picked apart. As far as buying the DLC or not, I think that by not buying it, even for a week, would be a real wake-up call. If we start hurting their projected pockets, that'll really wake them up. The problem with not buying the DLC is that the DLC actually works. It's the confrontations between players during the game. That's what doesn't work, or at least doesn't work consistently. So I'm not a happy customer, and this is where the unhappiness comes from. When I bought ACB on the day of release, I didn't even know it had a multiplayer side to the game. I bought it for the single player. After I finished the story mode and started the multiplayer side of the game, I considered it extra content, not really something I paid for. I had problems from the beginning, but nothing game-breaking. I got DLC 1 and 2, still didn't have game-breaking issues, but they were getting worse. And just before the release of DLC 3, things got way worse. Disconnections, lag, and game freezes became more prominent. And then after DLC 3 came out and I bought it, the game became almost unplayable. And I say almost because I still played it. I accepted the problems from the ACB multiplayer, but just started to play less. Got excited about the upcoming beta for ACR and couldn't wait for it. I participated in it, and I, like many others, gave feedback on the forum about various issues. So when I bought ACR, I knew it had a multiplayer side to the game, and since I paid full price for the game, I expected the multiplayer side to work properly. Well, it doesn't, at least not for me and many others. It seems very little was taken into consideration from our feedback on the forum during the beta and there since. So here we are. Now, the issues I'm about to raise are important to not only me, but a massive amount of the player base. And while I admit I don't know everything and don't speak for everyone, I would like to make some suggestions that Ubisoft might be able to do to fix some of the various problems with the game, and ask some questions that Ubisoft may be able to answer about the game. The first things I'm going to talk about, I believe, would actually help the masses more than just individuals, and I think these would be the most important, but others may have other opinions. First issue is lag. I understand it can't be completely eliminated or fixed in a day, but the problems we have with lag started with ACB and have spilled over into Revelations. So if you're thinking, well, it takes time to fix these problems, well, they've had pretty much a year or more to fix some of these issues. Now, if Ubisoft can do something to lessen it, and or they could tell us what we could do to lessen the lag, I think it would be great. I know it's not Ubisoft's responsibility to tell us what we can do to lessen it, but it would be a nice gesture, since they know more than we do, if they explained to us what we can do to help fix the problem. It would be nice, and it'd also be nice if they are working on lag issues, if they actually let us know and tell us when there might be a fix or a patch. Second thing, matchmaking. Now this involves two aspects. One problem is putting lower ranked players in rooms with higher ranked players. A lot of people don't think it's fair to put lower level players into a match with higher level players because they don't have the abilities or skills to play against higher level players. I think this problem could be fixed by making separate lobbies for prestiged and unprestiged. So once we prestige, we can never go back to playing with the unprestige. The other problem with matchmaking is the formation of teams. When a team is formed, whether it's 2, 3, or 4 players, it's put into a lobby and split once the game starts. I think this problem could be fixed by having teams wait until a lobby is ready that can accommodate their numbers. So if we want to stay together as a team, we might have to wait a little longer to get into a game, but you got to take the good with the bad. Third issue, customer communication. Ubisoft passes information about Assassin's Creed by way of various media types, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, or internet game magazines, whatever. It makes it very hard to track down what's currently happening. And I think this problem can be fixed by making the AC forum the first place. Not the only place, but the first place Ubisoft posts news. In my case, the first place I go when I want info about Assassin's Creed is the AC forum or website, and I think that's how it should be. Fourth issue, on the AC forum, if we raise a complaint, we're told to go to Ubisoft support. When we go to Ubisoft support, make a ticket, we get an auto response that tells us to go to the forums, or send a response that says the problem has been passed on to whomever and you're looking into it. Later, the ticket is marked as resolved and the problem never gets fixed. This is unacceptable. Not only do I waste my time writing on the forum, but I end up wasting my time trying to get some support. I think this problem can be fixed by Ubisoft support taking the time to read the forum. Since we, the customers, take the time to write and complain on the forum for free, Ubisoft support can take the time to read our complaints and respond while getting paid. This will save us, the customer, time, and it will help improve Ubisoft support's reputation for good customer service. Anyway, I'm running out of time here. I want to thank those that take the time to look at this video and respond. Remember, be civil with each other, and hope to see you soon. This is Collinwood01 saying have a great day.